Hi, welcome back. Good to see you again. In this video, I made myself in the previous two videos a toolpost grinder for my lathe, and I want to be able to fit these tiny little Dremel 1/8 shank grinding stones into this. So let's roll the titles and we'll have a look. This is the mandrel that comes with these little stones. They're intended for power drills, and it's fairly crappy, so I think I need to replace that. I've also bought a few more of these Dremel style stones, and they all come with a 1/8 shank, so the 1/4-inch collet that the router comes with won't fit. So what I need to do is replace this collet with one with a 1/8 hole. So here we go. As you can see, to measure it I need to get to my optical comparator, which is behind a car, behind a laser cutter, behind a CNC router. So bear with me. This is another one of my retirement projects. This Mayata, or MX5 as we call it in the UK, is 30 years old. I bought it new way back in the day, and as you can see it needs a bit of work, the poor old girl. This optical comparator is a scrapyard find. I bought it from a local sale room here in England for about £30, and it's extremely useful. It's one of my earlier videos. If you're interested, go and have a look. What you use it for, or what I use it for, is things that are difficult to measure normally. So it's very, very good at measuring these little angles. I mean, this collet is quite a difficult angle to measure. But in the jolly old comparator it becomes relatively easy to do. So as you can see, you just move the graticle and measure the angle. I drew all the parts in CAD and then generated these drawings. They're all available for free. If you are interested, follow the link in the description and it'll take you to where they are. And here we're at the lathe. I find it very useful to pin the drawing on the splashback so that it's easy to see where you're going. I wasn't happy with the finish I got off the lathe, so I thought I'll make myself a couple of polishing sticks. Here we've got some 600 waterproof paper, silicon carbide, and I've got loads of this 4mm ply left over from when I used to have my own business. We used to laser cut stuff, and it's really easy to just stick it with a bit of super glue to the back of the paper, wait for it to dry for a minute or so, and then just slice it off, and you've got yourself a very cheap, very simple little polishing stick. Okay, we're set up. I've got the coolant. I've eyeballed the Z-axis, the height. It's not, I don't think it's that critical for this. I'm roughly in the middle of the hole, give or take. We're set up. The rotary, the fourth axis is set to 0 here. It's zeroed on the control software, Mach 3, and we're zeroed in the X direction, which is this way. And we have about 0.5 millimetre or so of clearance between the cutter and the end of the part we're going to cut. Everything's tight and hunky-dory, so let's type in some code. So we'll go for M3, which the speed's already set, so we'll just start. M8, coolant, there we go. We'll buy that. Just a little bit of coolie-woolie. Right, now G1X, I need to go 12 millimetres in. So if I go to allow for the 0.5 millimetre, I'm short of the work. So I go 12.5 at a feed of 10 millimetres a minute. Let's give that a go. Get my finger on the stop button just in case. Right, here we go. There we go. G0A90. That should rotate the fourth axis 90 degrees. There we go. Round she goes. and I can confirm that is spot on 90 degrees. So now we can repeat the same cut again. So it's G1 X 12.5 at feed 10, go. There we go. Job done. Actually, whilst I'm here, let me do a G0Z50. That gives me a bit of vertical clearance to get the part out of the tool, out of the holder. There we go. Righty ho, back in the lathe. I'm going to. Got some tiny burrs left over on the on these edges, on these cut edges, so I'm just going to use the sanding things I made. Okay, I've picked up the end of the part, and now I need to go to a depth of 16.4. I've just used the 1/8 reamer through the back of it just to take out the burrs on the inside, and I'm quite chuffed with that. That's the original, that's a 1/4, and that's an 1/8. So yeah, they're alright, aren't they? Right, next thing is to try it. That little wheel stood 33,000 RPM. Wow. Let me put a Dremel clone in cutter in there and we'll see. Stone rather. Right, let's give it the big one. Wow. Right, let's have a go at something. I think it's important with these little cutting stones to face them off and make them run as true as possible. It helps with the surface finish, and to be perfectly honest, if you've got a problem, you'll see it fairly soon. And you have to be cognizant of what you're doing. See what I mean? Watch this. There we go. Bugger. So I haven't gone far enough, but that'll do. This threaded shaft in the lathe is actually the remains of a broken high-speed steel end mill, and I just thought, yeah, just for fun, I'll grind the thread off it. As you can see, the actual wheel is wearing away quite quickly. I'm pushing it probably harder than I should do. It's getting a bit tapered, but I think if you were careful with how you used it and possibly put a new one in to finish the job off, you might well find that you get a really quite acceptable finish. I'm still experimenting with this, so there's a way to go. So moving on, this is the mandrel for the larger diameter wheels. So let's cue the music montage and get on with it.
Oh my word. Don't turn your lathe on. That nearly went bad. Let's turn the power off.
this is the main reason I wanted to build this tool post grinder. I make tool holders for my little Sile mill, and they're very similar to the Tormac system, and I really wanted to be able to grind the mating faces so that we get highly repeatable tool positions. And as you can see, I've made a whole bunch of them, but these two have been ground, and the finish, it doesn't come over on camera as nice as it is in real life. It's absolutely superb in when you get the light on it, and you can see it's really flat. So here we are at the mill, and I'll just give it a quick wipe to make sure there's no burrs on it, and we'll try one and see what we think. It clamps in really firmly, and there's no gaps, and I haven't DTI'd it, but it certainly seems to run pretty accurate. So I'm chuffed with that. Well, if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, and please hit the bell and subscribe spanner, and we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully when we do something a little bit more interesting than making a blasted collet. But yeah, we'll see. Take care, look after yourselves, bye.